Alright, so here's my engine. I did not hook up the throttle because on my firewall there's a hole. The hole's bigger than the throttle cable that I have here, the attachment there. But the idle air control is hooked up, the throttle position sensor is hooked up, the fuel one is not. Google says I can run it without a fuel pressure regulator, but this is that stock one running up to the intake. When I give it fuel, it does leak out of the fuel rails, but that means it's got fuel pressure still. I might end up swapping these out. Dude, it's still dripping right now. But the injectors aren't firing. I got the injector, I got the truck injectors, and then I got these injector couple things that are supposed to make it work. And I double, triple checked all the injectors are right. None of them are firing for any reason. I got the coolant temp sensor that's here. It's broken. I got a new one on the way. And then I got the mass air temp. I think that's what that is. Not hooked up. Don't need that to run. And then from the battery, I got my holley wired up here. And that just goes directly back to the computer. I got my power. Goes down to the battery. Or down to the starter. And then I have a bunch of these reds are down to the starter, and this is just temporary till I figure out what to do with them. And I got that red there down, and then it comes down to the hot wire too. That goes down to the starter as well. That might be my issue, is that I have too many reds going down to the starter. I don't know. The green is the fuel pump. That's tack. That red, which red? This red here is for the fuel pump, I think. That might be my issue there. That one might actually go directly to the battery. I don't know yet. But then I got the main wiring harness part coming out here. Also, while we're up here, the purple one goes down to the starter. That's my starter engager one. I don't know what it's really called. I'll have to look into it. This is my oil pressure sensor. That is unhooked right now because I have the truck style oil pressure sensor in there. I got the new one that's supposed to take, the $60 Holley one, but I haven't put it on yet. I'm going to put it on today. Then that one's the crank one there behind the starter. That's hooked up. This is the ground I had grounded to the firewall. That's where the stock location is. I just unhooked that, figured that was my problem, and it's not. Have all the all the spark plugs hooked up, all the coils hooked up, everything's right there. This is the wideband. I have the knock sensor back here somewhere too, right there. Google says you don't need knock sensors. I don't know if you do or not, but that's not hooked up because I don't have knock sensors. I did the ICT delete plate under here. And let's go to in the car. So in the car, here's a mess here for you. I have it hooked up to this pink and black wire. That's supposed to be, there's cat hair on it. That's supposed to be your injectors. That is constant power no matter if your key is on or cranking. Sorry, my camera's messed up. This is to the fuel pump. That's my wire, my red wire I had extra. Oh no, that's from the Holley. And then this is the green one to the fuel pump. That's my wire, the red wire goes back to the fuel pump. And then I have the black wire coming from the fuel pump up to underneath the hood there. So it should fire. The only problem I see is I don't have this vacuum hooked up. I'm not sure where to put that, like I told you before. And then I don't have any of the relays mounted up at all because I just kind of threw it together and was trying to make it run. This is the light. This is the stock harness. I've piggybacked off a couple different ones here that I thought it said ignition, but it only had 12 volt ignition when the key was on and not cranking. when it's cranking, a lot of those shut off. This is the only one that has power when it's cranking and when it's on. So then you turn the key. Everything turns on like it should, but then when you go to start it, nothing. And the holley turns green. I mean, I don't know. I've never done this, so that all looks good to me. Nothing's red. One's yellow, but... And then the computer here, where your screen is hooked up. And then I tried messing with like cam specs and everything in there, and it doesn't change anything, so I don't know.